final episode of Dogeza, and they knocked it out of the fucking park, man. What's the date today? 12/30/2020. That's when my boy got isekai'd, and I'm surprised it wasn't by the infamous Chuck Kun. So let's start with the girl today, and her name is Amoi Ayame. We're gonna call her Ayame, and at first glance, she's definitely in the upper echelon of girls for this series, just as far as character design. So we get a look at her card for a split second, and then suddenly it just gets dirty, and now you're thinking, that's strange, isn't it? So I'm thinking initially that maybe she has a split personality. That's why it was a clean card for 1 second, then turned dirty the next. So we get into the episode, and just out the gate, Dogi asks to see her titties, and I'm thinking casually, like, okay, leap of faith as usual. So Yami says something about, you want to see my boobs, Nissan. Nissan? Did I hear that right? Dogi has stooped so low that he has to ask his sister to see her titties. And I think around this time is when I truly started paying attention to the ambience and sounds that was coming off my speaker. Shit got me thinking back to when I was playing Alien Isolation and I was getting PTSD for a second. So I come back to my sense and I'm like, okay, last episode is his sister, which is kind of weird, but go off. And now the narrator comes in and he's like, you don't have a sister, do you? Nigga, what? Who is this bitch then? Like, these are red flags that this girl is batshit crazy. So it progresses a little bit and she does this head tilt, and right there, Dogi should have known what time it was. I do not hit women. I don't condone hitting women, but she would have either called a RKO, F F5, I think, Batista bomb, something to harm her for sure. Because if you watch anime, you know that head tilt is when niggas is on go. That's the same head tilt Gon gave P2, and look at what happened to her. While this nigga Dogi is still brainwashed by looking at her body and shit, this bitch pulls out a knife and she was for sure on demon time. You know she was working him too because the amount you know she was working his ass too because the amount of blood she had on herself. She even had enough to use some as lipstick like Jericho did to Bond. So at this point, I'm thinking this nigga Dogi is really a come up because he had all the signs in the world to tell him to run or he got to fight this girl and he got his ass murked in the end. So I'm actually in disbelief that they would end it by Dogi being killed. And I stopped watching around this time and I went to go tell my brother to watch it because the episode was fucking insane, you feel me? I'm watching with my brother and I'm like, maybe there's something beyond the credits. And indeed there was. It's pitch black with some bubbles. And Dogi remembers being stabbed and he comes into another world. And you probably know this world as Isekai, Harem, Monogatari. Nah, I'm just kidding. But seriously, he got Isekai and apparently next week is a new series which was something like I reincarnated as a hero who saves the world by groveling. And I can't say I'm excited, but I'm definitely looking forward to what kind of tricks he's gonna play on this one. I wonder if this is an actual thing that's gonna happen or it's just a joke. But yeah, this episode was great and spooky for sure because of the sounds, and it accomplished the task of being spooky for me because it gave me flashbacks to a lot of scary game sound. See ya.